Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Gebo the Shaman, and today we are talking about Cancer in the 6th house, Cancer in the 7th house. Cancer in the 6th house was the last video I did. So, Cancer in the 7th house. Now what happens when we have Cancer in the 7th house? So, in order to understand this placement, we need to understand the energies that are going into this. So we need to understand the sign of Cancer, and we need to understand the 7th house. So before we get into that, or before we jump into that, I want to let you guys know that I'm having a massive sale going on. I have my programs are heavily discounted right here. You can see a massive year-end sale. If you use the code HOLIDAY you'll get 60% off of all my courses down at gebotheshaman.gumroad.com. Okay. Now, that includes my self-transformation course, which is incorporates Kundalini Yoga, Qigong, and meditation in order to, connect you with your soul and help you become just generally a better person. So, yeah, spiritually evolve and all that good stuff. So, and then we have we have this massive sale going on down here. And then I have my courses are also discounted at this site right here. Patreon.com/GeboTheShaman. So if you wanted to try my courses out for a month, see how you like them, and then go ahead and purchase them outright down here, you can do that. Or, whatever you want to do. So all the options are available. You'll see more information about these courses if you go to the links here and here. So the links are also down in the description, so check that out too. Also, I have my Vedic astrology readings are on sale. They are currently 30% off, and so if you want to learn more about that, you can go to vincent.thunderwizard.com to learn more. Okay guys, so let's get into Cancer in the 7th house. So, what is Cancer in the 7th house? Cancer in the 7th house, well, we need to understand what Cancer means and the 7th house means. So, Cancer is basically the sign of emotional nourishment. It's the sign of the mother. It's the sign of the feminine. It's the sign of motherly nature. Typically what a mother does is she emotionally nourishes the baby, right? She cares for it. She clothes it, feeds it, all that good stuff. So this is kind of a sign of the emotional nourishment of a mother. And so yeah, this has all to do with emotions. So the ruling planet for the ruling planets for the moon, for the sign of Cancer, are the moon and Jupiter. So I would check out where Jupiter is placed, and I would check out where your moon is placed to learn more about what's going on in your Cancer in the 7th house. Okay guys, so yeah, check those out, and I'll have future videos about the planets in each sign and what that means and all that good stuff. So okay, so yeah. So what does the 7th house mean? Well, the 7th house basically is the house of relationships and contractual relationships. Yeah, it's all about the contractual relationships that you have with people. So whether that's like a business partnership, if that's a business partnership, if that's some kind of a relationship where you have a contract between you and somebody else. So like marriage, this typically is described as the house of marriage, and the house of long-term partnerships and spouses and things like that. So yeah. Okay guys, so that's a little bit about the sign of Cancer and the 7th house. So now we'll go ahead and put those two together. So Cancer is basically emotional nourishment. It's all about emotionally nurturing people, others, and being of service to others in an emotional way. So basically what we have when we have Cancer in the 7th house, this describes how this describes the nature of our relationships with others. This describes the nature of our relationship with our spouse. So when we have Cancer here, we can see that the relationship with our spouse is going to be one of a very emotional nature, and that can be good or that can be bad. You'll have to look at where Jupiter is placed, where the moon is placed, and yeah. So also, if you're a female and you have Cancer in the 7th house, you looking at where Jupiter is placed is pretty important, because Jupiter is the signifactor of your husband. If you're straight, I won't get into all that, but yeah. So yeah, basically, so in a female's chart, Jupiter represents the husband. So having Jupiter as the lord of your 7th house, you would need to look at where Jupiter is placed, especially, because that'll give you a better clue of what to expect here. So yeah, and then what else can I say about this? It's just like it describes the relationship between you and your spouse, and your relationship will be very emotional. It'll be, and emotions change over time. It's not, nobody has the same emotion like 24/7. They all change in, emotions change, and the intensities change and things like that, because another planet that rules Cancer is the moon, and the moon is a watery planet, so it controls the tides. The tides rise and fall. The moon waxes to full and wanes to new moon, things like that. So emotions are constantly evolving and changing, and they're always in a state of flux. So yeah. So what happens when we have... Sorry about that, guys. My dog was going crazy there for a second. I had to stop the recording. So yeah, we're back now. So what does Cancer in the 7th house mean? So basically we're talking about the state of your relationship being in flux because of the emotions. So, so this could actually be a good thing. If there's a lot of passion, a lot of romance, a lot of, strong feelings and urges and desires and all that good stuff, correlated with the emotions, you might have a very strong, romantic relationship. But on the other hand, if you have, if you, like, let's say that your Jupiter and your moon are in Aries, or either one of those planets is in Aries. Well, what this does is it gives you a fiery nature, so it can result in constant arguing, bickering, competitive nature with your spouse, which is not good. Things like that. So it can be, it can be a good thing, with the romance and stuff. The emotional tides, bringing you together. But it can be very, a bad thing if you have your planets that rule this house that are not well placed. So, you just gotta watch out for that. And, one thing that you can do to kind of offset that imbalance, is to do things like meditation, becoming more self-aware, all that stuff. Because, look, everything in your chart is meant to help you. It's meant to help you evolve. So even if you have the worst planetary placements imaginable, they are there to teach you a lesson and to help you become a better person and to help you evolve. So, doing meditations, doing mantras, doing rituals, all that stuff I teach right here at vincent.thunderwizard.com. You can get a free reading from me and get your own personalized mantra, get your own personalized ritual that you can do, your own personalized meditation. Mantra is just a form of meditation, as well as, yoga, qigong, and all that good stuff. So everything I teach is meant to help you and to help you evolve. So, so I pretty much described and summed up the Cancer in the 7th house for you. So, once again, go ahead and get a reading from me at vincent.thunderwizard.com. You can try out my courses for $33 a month. Like, that's the lowest I charge is $33 a month, which is like super affordable. And you can get my courses and my life coaching available here at patreon.com/GoBoTheShaman. And you can buy my courses outright if you don't want to pay month to month. You can just buy them in full. And you can do that right here at GeboTheShaman.gumroad.com. Use code HOLIDAY to get 60% off. And that's an amazing deal, guys. Trust me. Like, I put so much time and effort into making those courses as best as I can, and just like, a ton of time is spent in production and editing and all that good stuff. So I spent probably about 100 hours plus on the editing of both of those courses. So yeah, it's plus it's really powerful, guys. So I would check that out. Alright, guys, so we will talk to you next time. Peace.